laughing at ourselves because when you do a live on YouTube, it lets you take a photo of yourself, and we were already thinking we were about to go live, and it just took a photo of us.
The first picture was quite incredible, wasn't it? It was like that.
Wasn't so good. It wasn't so good. But why are we here today? Well, we want to talk about the Channel Mum YANA challenge.
Yana.
Yeah, it's Yana too. What is Yana?
I think Yana is a German way of saying my name, and it's a bit like
Yana.
I'm thinking Frozen.
Oh,
Jana, wie heißt du, Jana?
But
How are you, Jana?
It doesn't
like
actually
Anna
mean
in German,
that.
but it's not.
Yana stands for you are not alone, and so many mums across the UK and worldwide have admitted to feeling completely lonely when they're a mum. In fact, I think 9 out of 10.
Channel Mum did a survey, and it was 92% of mums admitted that they felt lonely.
Yeah.
And that's such a weird thing, isn't it? Because you pop out this baby, and from that moment on, you are actually not alone. Because from that moment on, you have a dependent who is either on your body, attached to your body, or attached to your partner's body, and you are not alone for a
hanging
millisecond.
Onto your legs,
and it's not just throughout the day, it's all blooming night. You don't get a second to yourself.
Yeah.
So how bizarre that you feel lonely.
Yes, I do want to say, of course, we're so grateful for being able to have our children, and we're really lucky. You know, it's not about that. But sometimes it does make you feel really isolated. And these are the things that people don't tell you when you're planning on having a family. You just don't know how you're going to deal with it.
I think a lot of people don't even admit it, or perhaps they don't even realise either. And I think one of the big things is this can be a trigger it can be the start of postnatal depression. It can be the start of a downward spiral into a very lonely place. And I can remember feeling intensely lonely, sitting up at night at 3 o'clock in the morning, breastfeeding this tiny little thing that doesn't give anything back. It's like the first newborn stage. They don't say thank you. Not that mine say thank you now. I'm a bit older, but it's tough. You are not alone because physically you have this dependent on you all the time, and yet it's incredibly lonely up all hours of the night, either breastfeeding or feeding
that's when
or
I
settling
probably
them.
felt most lonely.
And it feels like the four walls are closing in on you sometimes. And even if you fill your day with stuff with your kid, I used to get out to the park, I used to go to mums and toddlers, even those things can intensify that loneliness sometimes, because if you don't reach out and smile to someone, talk to someone, get somebody's number, get in contact with someone, it can make the feelings of loneliness even more intense.
Oh, absolutely. And you know, we get it. It's hard to make new friends. It's like first day of school. It's that whole
it's hard to make any friends.
Yeah, you know, you want to meet someone new and someone that maybe gets the way you parent, or you don't even have to have those things in common. You know, we all parent differently, but you just want to find someone that's kind of on your wavelength in some way, someone that doesn't make you feel bad for the choices that you're making, someone that is just rooting for you to make it through the day, you know. And that is hard to find. I was really lucky
tough.
in there. Obviously I had you, but you were at a different
Who could want anything more than that?
I didn't need anyone else.
Hey?
But obviously you were at a different stage with your kids to me as well.
I was sick of the sight of kids when you had your first one and wanted to enjoy every moment. I was like, I'm not going to tell you how awful this is.
But so I had my NCT group, which for me was the best money spent ever. It was better spent than anything I bought in Mothercare or anything like that, simply because I had bought this support network. And I know people that didn't really like their NCT group, they didn't really get on with them, or whatever baby group it was that you went with. But I've ended up with some really great women.
And for me, watching you have that support, it was something that I really missed, because we moved from Shoreham over to Dorset, and so there was no point in me having my NCT group through pregnancy
you were
setting
up
behind, because then I wasn't going to be with them anyway. So obviously that kind of area, I didn't have an NCT group, so I had to force myself right out of my comfort zone, and and even leaving the house with a newborn baby is pretty scary in the beginning. But I had to go to every mums and toddlers group to find that. And then I watched you go through, set up with your NCT group, and I thought, what an amazing thing. You're waiting for each other to have babies at the same time.
It was fun, it was exciting.
Yeah, really, really nice.
But then it was we'd go for walks together, we'd go for, we'd meet at each other's houses, and we all were admitting that we were just really looking forward to those days, knowing that we were all gonna, see each other and just talk about how hard we were finding it, and the exciting things, because there was 8 of us, like one would roll over with the babies, they'd hit these milestones, and then suddenly it would be like this domino effect, and it would be the next, it'd be like, mine rolled over today, and then it'd be boing, 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 or first tooth popped out, or any of those things, and that was really nice.
Other mums who are at exactly the same stage as you, that's brilliant.
But you still then have your lonely moments, especially at those, the 2 o'clock, the 4 o'clock, the 6 o'clock in the morning. I remember sitting downstairs in the morning on my own at sort of 5, knowing that, Tilda wouldn't go back to sleep for another couple of hours, and I would just be sitting there, and it was winter, so it was cold, and that felt blue. Yeah. That felt pretty blue.
And for me as well, having, no husband there 70% of the time, there were days when I'd be up all night doing those feeds, and then there was nobody in the morning to say, how was the night?
Or go and have a shower.
Are you okay? Yeah. I would be with newborn baby right through the night and right through the day. And if I didn't force myself to go out to those groups, to go to the park, smile at other mums, it was incredible how down you can feel at the end of a day when you think, I haven't spoken to another human being.
Yeah. And this is the Channel Mum Challenge, the CM YANA, hashtag CM YANA.
Yana.
You're not Yana. You're CM
Do you know what though?
But this is the
wasn't
challenge.
Yana, was it, who went after the Frozen Castle? That was Elsa. But
okay.
It's
you
a
are
bit
diverting.
Like that, going after Frozen Castle on your own, cold and lonely.
If you start singing,
I can feel it coming on. I'm trying to stop myself.
I'm trying to tell them what the freaking challenge is.
Michael Jackson. We did put a band on ourselves singing the Michael Jackson song.
Oh, you were not alone.
Yeah.
So the Yana challenge is basically that you've got to go out there to that mums and toddlers group, to the soft play cafe, or wherever it is. Smile at another mum. Just try and give her a smile. See if she engages, because I tell you what, so often they jump at it. You say just that one little thing, you throw that little lifeline out to someone, and they're like, yes, talk to me, and then suddenly you're having a conversation, and maybe you'll grab a coffee. It's like dating.
But also on that, sometimes it doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
And sometimes you go to a mums and toddlers group and it's just not the one for you.
Yeah. You found that a lot,
honestly,
didn't you?
I went to I was going to say 10, but that's completely exaggerated.
It's not like you to exaggerate.
Never. It was probably about 6 different mums and toddlers group, and I had to go a couple of weeks in a row, and some of them there were little cliques, just mums that had been going there so long, it was kind of their mums and toddlers group. And sometimes it did feel a bit like that, and there were some where I just didn't feel like I liked the toys, or I didn't feel like any of the mums were my kind of mum.
Yeah.
So
we are
I had to
different,
go to quite a few before I can remember. I think Rocco was having night terrors, and I went to one, and I just sat there, and I just had not slept. It was hideous. I sat down, and there was one mum who said, I said, I think he's having nightmares and I'm really struggling and I'm not sleeping. And this mum said to me, I don't think it sounds like nightmares. That sounds like night terrors. And we just sat and talked for an hour, and I got so much from her. Her child was that stage further on than mine. I just thought, God, I've just found a friend. I've just found somebody who's on my way.
I found one.
And that was, for me, such a lifeline. It was amazing to have a mums and toddlers group. And like you said, I looked forward to going every Monday, 2 o'clock on the dot. I was the first one through the door.
And this is the thing. Does anyone actually really like going to, the nursery rhyme sessions and, doing the whole...
I did first
time. Wind the
bobbin
up.
I loved it first time. I think by the third baby,
you're just like,
it was wearing
the
the
freaking bobbin up. I wasn't going necessarily for that. I did obviously love seeing the interaction with my baby and stuff. I didn't know I love a sing song.
You've ever been anywhere.
But I also love a coffee and a chat, and I think that was what it was that did it for me.
But don't expect it to be the first group that you go to. I think it's a wonderful idea that you're going to walk in and everyone's going to smile and you're going to love the mums and the kids are all going to get on and they're not going to bite each other.
Well, I was talking to
but it might take more than that.
A friend of mine from work, and she was talking about starting school and what she's going to do. She doesn't have enough, she doesn't know any of the other mums. And I said, right, well, on the first day you turn up, you've got to just try and start saying hello to a few people and say, hey, let's start a WhatsApp group and we'll all, message each other and start our own little network together and invite any mums in and join it. And she was like, oh, I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can. I said, just, if you need that support as a school mum, you need to just dive in and do it. Otherwise, you're not going to have that support. Anyway, I saw her a few days later and she came running up to me and she was like, I did it. And it wasn't a school group, it was her close where she lives. All the mums had been outside one morning over the Easter weekend, and she said that she suggested it and they all jumped at it and said, oh yeah, let's do it, because the kids were enjoying so much playing outside that she thought, well, yeah, let's do this more often.
Now they all feel close.
And
close
in the close. But she did it, and this is a mum who also admitted to me that when she's at the swing with her little one, if another child comes up, she panics because she thinks another parent is now obviously going to come and join her and that she's going to have to talk to somebody.
Love a good chat at the
and
park.
she went, not everybody loves it. Not everybody wants to be social. Maybe you're really, really happy being a loner, and that's fine too. But you know what? Sometimes you just got to stick your neck out a little bit.
And sometimes you might be really helping somebody by just giving them a smile, because that might be the mum that is
really
feeling really down and suffering from postnatal depression, and actually you having a chat with her by the swings might be the only person that she speaks to all day. And actually, I was that mum sometimes, and most of the time I can talk to anybody anytime and not stop. But
she'd be talking to herself if I wasn't here right now too.
I often do. I leave you voice messages for at least an hour long.
I don't even listen to the end. It goes on too long.
Anymore. Katie travels up to London and listens to podcasts. I don't get a long phone call anymore even.
I'm like, leave me alone. I want to catch up.
I need my friend back. I'm going to go to the park and find one.
You're going to find a new friend. You're going to replace me.
Find a new friend at the park.
Oh my God.
No, I didn't say I was going to replace you.
Sounded like
I
it.
couldn't replace you.
Oh. So listen, this is it. This is, we had our times when we felt lonely, but we had, ways of trying to do something about it. And that's the thing. You've got to get up off your bum and do something about it.
And support this campaign. It's a brilliant campaign. We love it. All the Channel Mum mums and bloggers and parents are getting behind this. And all you've got to do is get on your Instagram, share a pic using the hashtag CMYANA, tweet about it, put a Facebook post using the hashtag, and share the love, share the campaign, get yourself down to the park and smile and chat to another mama.
Yeah, start a tea morning, do something, be proactive.
Tea morning.
Yeah. You laughing at me for that. What's wrong? Tea and cake.
Like
Mums like tea and cake.
I did
like
tea and cake actually. Yeah.
I ate a lot of cake in the first year. So much cake. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Do leave us some comments and let us know, how are you feeling when you first had kids? Are you lonely now? Do you need to reach out? What can we send you some love? Yeah, we'll be your friend.
I'll always leave you a voice message. Leave your number below and I'll give you a call. Have a chat.
They're 10 hours long. We will see you on the next video.
Bye.
From me, Nana.